where state offices are treated as personal entitlements by office holders. It involves the systematic abuse of public office for personal, kin, ethnic, and religious enrichment, often through corruption, patronage, rent-seeking, rather than public service. It goes on and on. Look at this reference to Nigeria.
This is just my personal friends.
So the point I'm making is that if we don't take care, the whole world will be a pariah state.
Serious.
Nobody now wants to deal with Nigeria. I mean, except criminals. Criminals will come because that's their den. And they do work with criminals. Look at the big names and the big businesses. Those that are making really the money in this, because it's an era of criminals. And we have got to do something about it. We're not here for a joke, please. I mean, at our age, we really don't have much to look forward other than to make sure that the struggles we have started in our youth, we have continued until we can salvage this country. One final point. You see, the real concern is that this country may not survive the manipulations of the criminals in politics. What happens if it doesn't? You have seen what happened to Somalia. You have seen what happened to Liberia. You have seen what happened to Peru, Chile, so many other countries around the world. Whenever the system collapses, look at Sudan. It will take another 30, 40, 50 years before it comes back to normal. I see faces of young people here. Your future is contingent on the continuity of Nigeria. What this Senate is doing is basically puncturing that future. It's actually destroying it. Some of them may not even have the mind to see the consequences. They are just out for primitive accumulation, collecting money and money and money, and living vulgar life. But you as young people, you are the ones who should be more concerned than some of us. Because if this election of 2027 fails, we don't know what's going to happen to this country. And this is why we are concerned. So it's a very serious business. It is like crossing a very difficult, if you like, bridge that is tangling. If that bridge does not become stable and you cross it, that can be the end of this country. And therefore, it's a very serious business. And I'm happy when I saw the news this morning. Some, I understand, have gone to the National Assembly with their beds, with their mattresses.
At the end of the day, they still got played. I've already shared something on that. So yeah, they still got played by the same Akpabiole Senate. But others are like, no, it's not over. No, it's not over. They're waiting for the joint session of the joint committee of this National Assembly to come out with the final draft, which would then be debated by both houses, passed, taken to Tinubu for his assent. So people are waiting for that. But yeah, the guys in charge of Nigeria don't give a damn about 5 years, 10 years, or 50 years projection. It is about now. It's not about the future. And that's why they say that, leaders, they always think about the future. Or when you see dealers or politicians, they're always thinking about they are always thinking about the next election. It's actually phrased as these horrible people will think, or politicians will think about the next election. Real leaders will think about the next generations. This one don't give a damn about any generation. Everybody they collect as well. Even the ones that are yet to be born. Nobody is spared. No wonder this relic himself is positioning himself to take over from the current relic. I'm talking about Atiku, by the way. But it is smart today. and he was he participated in the ADC campaign in Abuja. And indeed, it was like that time when Peter Obi was with them last week, right? He did the same thing, attended all these rallies, all these markets everywhere to remind everybody that they are coming to end ADC. Bekebe, heard this before. But watch.
ADC, ADC, therefore I want to appeal to you, everybody in AMAC should come out and vote ADC, because ADC is going to replace the most corrupt government in this country.
Yes.
It is going to replace the most unpatriotic government in this country.
Yes.
It is going to replace a government composed of forgers and fake people in government.
Oh, yes.
Because they told us lies, they forged papers, and they forge everything.
Yes, the forgeries.
Today, of course, including laws. You know how they forge, our electoral act. You also know how they forge the tax law. A government of forgers, we should get rid of them.
Oh, yes.
And we can only get rid of them by making sure that we vote ADC in AMAC. Believe me sincerely, I am not here to either deceive you or to tell you a lie so that you can vote for. No, I swear to God Almighty that there is today no party that can salvage this country other than ADC.
Yes.
Because it is a coming together of the most patriotic Nigerians who felt that this country needed to be rescued. And we must rescue this country. And we cannot rescue this country without your own support. That's why I am here to specifically appeal to you to come out and vote. Besides that, I appeal to you, most of you are educated. Register online to vote. The registration is still on. You don't have to leave your place of businesses or your place of work to register. You can sit down in your room, in your bedroom, and register online and be able to vote.
You get that? So yeah, that's Atiku there, and leaving their campaign stuff, and let's hear the INEC chairman, who was also with these senators today to defend their own 2027 budget. Sorry, 2027 election budget. They are proposing 873 billion naira. Waste of money, waste of life, waste of all of that. When the whole thing is pretty much like already rigged before it's even kicked off, right? But yeah, it was in the Senate's Joint Committee on Defending their budget.
And the budget from the summary page is divided into 4 main heads. We have the election operations costs, which is 375 billion 748 195 271.47. We also have election administrative costs, which is 92 billion 311 591 396.58. We have election technology costs, which is 209 billion 205 589 977.70. And finally, we have the election capital costs, which is the sum of 154 billion 904 529 641.94. The total proposed budget.
Democracy is neither cheap or accidental. It requires deliberate planning, adequate funding, institutional integrity, and continuous innovation. As electoral processes grow in scale and complexity, so too is the demands placed on the Commission, ranging from voter registration and logistics to electoral security, technological department, voter education, and post-election review mechanisms. However, while this committee appreciates these realities, it is equally our duty to ensure that every budgetary provision is necessary, realistic, transparent, and defensible.
I was just wondering, sir, going forward, because you promised reforms. You have all the money you need. Nobody has. Democracy is not cheap, but we must spread all our resources for democracy. Because after you have been elected, what do you do for the people? I do not think with profound respect that INEC needs hospital, private hospital.
You know, say even in Nigeria's budget, INEC, they construct public toilets. So in this case, they are also planning to build hospitals, INEC hospital. It's meant to. You've got military hospital, you've got NSCDC, you've got this or that, but they are not really hospitals, fortunately. They are just glorified clinics at best, or glorified mortuaries. So that was that. But in the case of Natasha, right, when she was almost prevented from asking another minister, I think it's water resources questions. So she fled up, and that was also caught on camera in their Senate.
Please, do you mind if I do so?
Distinguished, let us call it a close
like
for the minister.
It's very important,
when
please.
We come for investigative.
No, Honorable Minister, please, I'd like to say this.
Mr. Minister,
no, please, do not hit the gavel. I still have something to say, and I think you should respect me enough. Please don't do that.
I've given you respect.
No, that's not it.
Mr. Minister, your time
Mr. Chairman.
is up. Thank you.
Then that's fine.
You have
I
to
think
wait.
you disrespected me more than enough.
No.
On this, no, you can't do this to me. You can't. You spoke up enough to allow me to speak. I have something very vital to interface with the minister. And it doesn't matter if I've spoken once or twice. This is an interactive session. And you agree that we have not met with the minister enough. Only God knows when next we are going to meet with him as a committee.
They didn't want her to start asking those controversial questions that are not part of the script, because everything is scripted. It's only when one or two people go off the script, that's when Wahala go start. They won't let her really do her job. That one is on camera. So I'm going to say thank you to you again for spending your evening with Maiyegun. You know, it's been really a tough one in the past months, but so many of you have been keeping faith with Maiyegun. So thank you. Please like the broadcast, share it, even subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. So that maybe next time, right, we're going to be together again. So thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and it is a good night from here. Odaro.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number 1.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number 1.
Maiyegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú.
Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number 1.
Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube.
Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number 1.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun já wa sí.
Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number 1.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number 1.
Bó bá ṣe eré, àní Maiyegun máa wí.
Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number 1.
Ó sì tún ṣe eré, wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number 1.
Maiyegun diary, diary Politico.
Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number 1.
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun.
Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number 1.
Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o.
Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number 1.
Àní Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number 1.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń gba rìbá.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o, Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀, Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀ kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀ ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
tẹnitẹni ọmọ Maiyegun ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run sọ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì o ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó